Okay, Doc. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello? Oo. Nasa labas ka na? Okay, okay. Palabas na ako. Oo, Dexter Gakal. Thank you. Let's see. Oh.
One more time. Hey, we're gonna celebrate.
Hey guys, from what you've seen from the intro, yes, school is over. Actually, half of the school is over. So, tapos na ang first sem. And for my fellow medical students out there, you guys did a good job. Congratulations. So, this video isn't a tutorial or a review of the things I'm going to unbox. So, pure unboxing na talaga siya. And a little disclaimer lang, all of the parts I've ordered is from Newegg or DFE store from Davao, and a couple of things from Lazada. So yeah, okay. So without further ado, let's start. So the first thing in here, okay. For like mga normal na building videos, inuuna talaga nila yung the main component sa PC nyo, which is yung motherboard. But I'm going to start with this kasi when you work with electronics, actually I've watched, I don't know, hundreds or very many building videos in YouTube. Tapos they always like, I don't have a knife. So usually they use a power supply. Quick tip lang, don't handle electronics, lalo na pag nag-build kayo ng PC. Don't stand on a carpet or like don't wear socks or just avoid fabrics na rub together. Kasi you'll produce a lot of static and that's very bad sa electronics. Okay. We have some important information here. Oh, manual. Okay. Oh, that stays there. And you have cable ties. So, ito yung parang just little things na kailangan mo sa build mo para mas maging mas organized yung mga cables. Of course, you have a lot of cables here. Yeah. And I don't know if you can notice, pero this is heavy. Ganito siya kaliit. This is actually this is from Corsair. This is the SF600 high performance SFX power supply. So every PC needs a power supply. So this is not literally where your power comes from, pero as you can notice, ito siya, yung big na connector here connects to your outlet, and it connects here. Parang one point lang kung saan nanggagaling yung power mo. And this is fully modular. May mga power supplies na the wires are fully built in nasa power supply. So I recommend going for this kasi some wires that comes with this power supply, hindi mo siya magamit. Depende lang sa build mo. So what we do with this before we handle the electronics. Oh yeah, this is meron siyang 0 RPM na option. So it can be quieter. Let's just put it here. So what you do is you plug this up, I plug this in. I need an adapter. You plug this in, turn off. So when you handle electronics and sabi ko nga, you will produce a lot of static and that's very bad to your electronics. And to dissipate that static, you have to touch mo lang ang power supply mo every once in a while. So what we have here, so may cable tayo na 24 pin. It's up to you if gusto nyo i-count ito. So it goes here sa 24 pin na area. Ito. And basically this goes to your motherboard. Ito yung magpapower ng motherboard. And we have I think this is for a peripheral cable. Yeah, I don't know where this is. Anyway, the next thing is yung SATA cable niyo. So in my motherboard, I have 4 SATA ports. Ports ba? I don't know. So next is an 8-pin na connector. This is for your CPU. Sorry. There's 2 8-pin connectors here. There is 6+2. This goes to your GPU. And this 8-pin, this 8-pin here, this is 4+4. So it's 8-pin. This powers your CPU. And this is another PCIe cable, 8-pin rin, 6+2. So yeah, complete. If you're wondering why this is so small, we have bigger power supplies na available sa market. Pero surprise ko lang kayo mamaya bakit ganyan kalit. Okay. Nagdadalawang isip ako which brand to go with, either Intel or AMD. And I've compared prices, I've compared performances, and ultimately, this is what I got. This is the Ryzen 7 3700X 3700. So this is an 8-core 16-thread processor. Ang base clock niya is 3.6 GHz and can boost up to 4.4. I could have gone with the Ryzen 5 3600 or 3600X, but it only has 6 cores and 12 threads. And yes, it's perfect for gaming. Yes, it's perfect for like yung entry level. I know I will be recording gameplay, but I'm not sure how I will pull off streaming in the future. I don't know. Hindi rin ako nag-pick ng 3800X kasi mas okay siya sa budget ko. And yeah, speaking of budget, marami kayong nakikita sa YouTube, budget PC builds or budget na that word budget, does it mean cheap? Budget means it doesn't necessarily mean cheap. So may mga specific na budgets for every build, and that will all depend on how much your budget is. I have a budget like specifically in my mind, and I've picked out all these parts, balancing the performances, the prices, and it's all up to you kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mo. And for what ang PC. So yeah. Another addition, I did not go for the 5000 series kasi sobrang bago pa siya and sobrang hindi pa natin alam yung long-term use niya. Kung makita niyo sa YouTube, ang daming mga comparisons na naka-bar graph. Pero small increments, yes, maganda siya. Like super level up sa performances. Pero, you have to adjust to your budget. Let's unbox this thing. As you noticed, sobrang laki ng box niya, pero the CPU is just this. Ang CPU ng Word parang naging synonymous na siya sa yung tower mismo, yung buong PC mismo. No, this is the CPU. Yeah, pag nakita mo tong malaking box na to, it's the CPU and the cooler. Actually, I don't know if ano yung included sa ibang versions ng iba't ibang CPUs ng Ryzen. But when you get a Ryzen 7, you get the Wraith Prism. And pag bumili ka ng Ryzen 9, you don't have a free cooler. I don't know why, pero parang ina-assume na nila na may cooler ka na kasi you've upgraded to Ryzen 9. Yeah. Okay, we have installation instructions. So I'm gonna read this when I build this PC. Okay. And guys, I don't have a script, so this video might be a little disorganized. Pero, you know, mas okay yung spontaneous. Ooh. Mabigat siya, despite its size. And you do not want to bend those pins. So, careful lang. Dapat dito lang talaga sa sides. That's super scary to handle. So, I've seen videos na gina-overclock nila yung CPU nila. For my opinion, they can only cool your CPU to the stock na configuration. So when you're planning to overclock, this might not be enough. I'm not gonna use this, so I'm gonna sell this kasi may binili ako na aftermarket na cooler. So as you've noticed here sa bottom, it already has parang thermal paste na pre-applied na. So scary. Some of you guys might be commenting down below or like thinking to yourselves, Lex, bakit ka Ryzen? But AMD? Ba't hindi Intel? Actually guys, my last PC that I used, okay, it was about 10 years ago or 8 years ago. Nasa high school pa ako. And we always used Intel. And when I transitioned to college, I always use laptops. And yung mga laptop na yun, Intel. But since ang plano ko is not only gaming and mahilig ako mag-multitask sa computer, I choose AMD. For 8 cores and 16 threads, ang equivalent niya sa pricing in Intel, it's just 8 cores and 8 threads. So I opted for this. Actually, it's all for... That is not a good sign. Turn it off. That was turned on kanina. So yeah, it all boils down to preference now. Next is the the cream of the crop. This is the Asus GeForce RTX 2060 Super. Okay, a lot of questions here. Bakit hindi 2070? Bakit hindi 2080? Bakit hindi yung 3000 series? Well, when you're creating a budget, mostly ang advice sa inyo is about 30 to 40% ng budget niyo will go to here. But I somewhat agree to that na notion kasi ang mamahal nito guys. Sobra. Pero most of those people na nagsasabi ng ganun, they usually build gaming PCs, and a graphics card isn't only for gaming. It's really helpful for kung nagre-render kayo ng video or nag-edit. Yeah, you're content creating or creating content, sorry. So it can really help get off the load from the CPU and handle that rendering. Ang sa akin lang, get what you need. The way I budgeted this is I just got what I need. Yung hindi siya bare minimum, pero like, okay na. Okay, so let's unbox this. Some might ask, ba't hindi ka Dex? Hindi ka nag-Strix? Sobrang mahal ang Strix. Kahit 2060 pa siya. And I know you've noticed na medyo pangit yung packaging niya, but look at this. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So, okay. Okay. Hindi ko na-mention kanina. Compatibility. Most of the cases, meron silang mga multiple slots for the GPU. Pero the case I chose is limited lang yung slots niya. And this graphics card has 2 slots. Ang nakalagay sa description is 2.7 slots siya. But I'm pretty confident na kakasya siya dun sa case. Inside, Dun yung resibo. And you have a setup. And a thank you card from ASUS. So, yung process ng pag-pick ko nito, bakit ASUS ang brand? Well, I'm an ASUS fanboy. Pero, I could have gone for MSI or Gigabyte or whatever na brand dyan. Pero for this variant, 2060 Super talaga yung hinahanap ko eh. And then, I compared the boost and base clocks nito and the Founders Edition is 2060 Super. And medyo same lang sila. So, yun yung parang thought process ko in picking this card. And, usually kasi, sa mga graphics card, yung likod nila, it's not backplated. When you see it here, and ito talaga yung main na components ng graphics card. So, this backplate is just protection. Okay, let's go! And if you're wondering, Dex, bakit di ka nag 1070 or 1080? Well, gusto ko take advantage ng RTX. You can read about it on yung RTX. Pero, yung mga RTX cards or yung 2000 series ng mga cards ng NVIDIA, they have the new NVENC na encoder. I squeezed out a little bit of my budget para sa 2000 series na graphics card for that feature. And the RTX. Next, the RAM. Short lang to. Actually, easy lang mag-pick ng RAM. And this is very different from your storage. In medical terms, ang RAM is your short-term memory. Ang storage mo, which is yung hard drive, yung SSD, that's your long-term memory. I really don't want to explain yung mga technical side because I'm not an IT. I'm just unboxing. I got the Corsair Vengeance LPX. Again, compatibility with the case. Yung case ko, compatibility with the cooler. The cooler I got is a tower type siya ng cooler, and it might, I'm not sure it might obstruct kung saan to i-install. So itong Vengeance LPX, low profile siya, it's DDR4 and 3600 MHz. Now, normally, ang mga memory na kinukuha ng builders is 3200. But from the information I've gathered is Ryzen loves high speed na RAM. No, that. Save the information. All right. Let's put it right here. Really? Nakakainis talaga na pag hindi pumasok. Sige. Now, this. For the motherboard, madami akong choices. I could either go with B450, yung little brother nito, or like yung pre-efficient version, or I could go with X570. Pero mostly yung mga X570, from my opinion from what I've seen sa mga specs ng X570, hindi ko ma-utilize yung mga features niya completely. So again, said, get what you want. And yes, it doesn't, it's packaged like this. Wala siyang tape, wala anything. So, ito na talaga siya. And, okay. This is one of the, most delicate parts na i-handle. Kasi ang dami niyang breakable parts if you're not careful. So you have the manual, you have a badge, some screws. What is that? And di ba normally when we get things, we don't usually use the manual. But in this case, you really have to consult with the manual. So yeah, I don't know. Later na, mag-build ko na siya. I think these are like mga special na connectors for, I think, fans. Mga extra stuff. And this is may CD sila na ibibigay. Pero sa Gigabyte na website, parang meron silang drivers. And you can install those drivers pag na-build mo. This is the antenna. Hindi built-in yung Wi-Fi tsaka wala siyang Wi-Fi card, Bluetooth card. So you need this. And yeah, you connect this sa I/O niya. Later ipakita ko. Para magka-Wi-Fi and Bluetooth ka. Yeah! Now, usually, from what I've seen, ang gina-advise nila is you put your motherboard on top. Kung wala kang anti-static na surface or you put it on top of the box to this plastic. Ito yung anti-static na covering niya so that yung movement inside or the static that is produced inside will be absorbed. And some people they use this plastic para ilagay nila sa table nila, and it's not advisable kasi from the outside it doesn't absorb static. It's so little. Look at it. And my palms are sweaty. Arms are heavy. Mom's spaghetti. Wow. That's pretty. No, it's really good. Ang ganda ng build. Ito yung PCB. Yung makikita nyo, ang daming mga little metallic things here. Normally, sa mga I don't know, mga low-end na motherboards, ang likod nila is exposed. So you're forced to handle it here sa VRM na or sa sides. But this, see, it's backplated gaya ng graphics card. So from what I've shown you, the CPU goes in here, storage, the RAM sticks here, and ang GPU natin, so bad at this. This is the I/O. So pinakita ko kanina yung antenna. This is for the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. Meron siyang Ethernet port, USB 3.2. Ito, meron rin siyang same port but in Type-C na form. And then 1, 2, 3 na 3.2 na USB port. I'm not sure what this BIOS na USB 3.2 means. So, I'm assuming na pag i-update mo yung BIOS, ito mo siya i-connect. And it has a Q-Flash Plus. Oh, and you have a mic and line out and in para sa audio nyo. And, pinakita ko kanina, dito yung 8-pin na connector and dito yung 24-pin na connector. It's a big feature na yung storage nila has a heatsink. Usually yung mga M.2, wala siyang heatsink. So it's very good. Kasi yung storage nyo habang nag-heavy workload, iinit talaga yung storage. Again, this is not a review. I'm not very knowledgeable with this stuff. So, if I have things na hindi ko na nasabi, or you have information that other people should know, just put it in the comments below. Hi guys, so I'm gonna cut it short right now kasi over 20 minutes na tayo, and I haven't really edited the whole unboxing video. So I'll be posting part 2 in a few hours from now or tomorrow depending on what time I'll finish. So I hope you guys look forward to that, or if not, kayo bala. So see you guys later. So bye.